my love for the ocean, I would be long gone by now. It's some kind of devotion that brings me down. That without my love for the ocean, I will be no one, no one.
To understand where we are today, it is important to go back to where it all started, our life in Idaho. We had the quintessential small ski town lifestyle. Connor ran a residential construction company, and I worked in real estate sales and development. We did everything we thought we should do to be successful and raise successful children. Our kids attended a local private school and were heavily involved in sports. Life was busy, nonstop, really. Our typical day started around 5 a.m. I'd squeeze in a quick workout before getting the kids ready for school, dropping them off, heading to work, picking them up, then shuttling them to their various sports, which changed seasonally. Maddie played hockey, skied, and did gymnastics. Finn was into ski racing, tennis, shooting, and water skiing. Good, pull. 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 If Connor and I ever had a rare moment to fit in our passion, we'd be out on the water skiing, every chance we got. We usually weren't home until 6 or 7 at night, just in time for dinner, then bed, so we could wake up and do it all over again. I felt like I was on a hamster wheel, and when COVID hit, that wheel went into fast forward. At first, our businesses were shut down due to government health and safety regulations. Then, almost overnight, everything ramped up. Business more than doubled, and while being busy was great, it came at a cost. A huge cost. Running a company became much harder, labor was scarce, materials were difficult to get, and costs skyrocketed. Our small town saw an influx of people from all over, and suddenly the place we grew up in felt unrecognizable. We started questioning everything. Was it worth it? Working endless hours, paying what felt like the majority of our income to the IRS, constantly juggling clients, problems while our own piled up. We had followed the traditional path: high school, college, starting a business, buying a house, saving for retirement, and our kids' 529 plans. Yet the harder we worked and the more we gained, the less fulfilled we felt. We started wondering, what if success wasn't about financial security, but about adventure and togetherness instead? Then came a turning point. Finn was struggling in middle school. Despite his best efforts to mask it, he was breaking down under the pressure. After countless doctor and therapy visits, we learned he had extreme anxiety. More tests revealed something even bigger. He was a highly functioning autistic. Suddenly, everything made sense. The constant rushing, the unpredictable schedules, the lack of structure, it was all making life incredibly difficult for him. This realization forced us to take a hard look at our lives. What did success really mean for our family? For us, it wasn't about working harder to afford a bigger house or a better retirement. It was about living, truly living. We wanted adventure, travel, time together, and the freedom to learn from the world around us. We wanted to be present for our children, even if it meant financial insecurity, even if it meant taking huge risks. So we did it. We sold our house, closed our business, and bought big loss. And since that day, we have never looked back. It hasn't been easy, and no, it's not the endless vacation many people imagine, but we love it. We love being together, facing challenges as a team, and waking up each day knowing that we are in control of our own journey. In just 9 months, we've sailed over 4,000 nautical miles, visited 6 countries, made lifelong friends, and had too many incredible experiences to count. Most importantly, we've grown closer as a family. We've been able to be fully present for each other, and that, more than anything, is what truly matters. But after 9 months on Big Loss, we've learned a lot, especially about what we didn't know when we bought a 62-foot catamaran back in December of 2023. Most importantly, we learned what really matters to us in a boat. Having lots of extra space and extra cabins for visitors, turns out that's not a priority because people don't visit as often as you think they will. What is important? A catamaran we can single hand with solid sailing performance because we actually love blue water sailing and passages. Plenty of storage, under 50 feet, 3 to 4 cabins, 2 heads, a modern solar design, efficient systems, and simplicity. We want it simple so when things go wrong, we can handle it ourselves. Fast forward to the present, and we're still killing time in the Marina, waiting for closing day. I decided to put the extra time to good use by exercising more regularly, while the kids kept themselves entertained, swinging from the halyard as usual. Of course, the final stretch of selling the boat was a whirlwind. At the last minute, we had to scramble to execute sales documents, cancel insurance policies, and officially remove the BVI flag from our vessel. This meant a rush bike ride to the local DHL office to overnight the closing documents to the escrow officer. I couldn't help but worry that something might delay the closing, especially since notaries in the Bahamas are actually justices of the peace. If I've learned anything from real estate, it's that the smallest details can cause the biggest delays. But this time, everything went smoothly. In fact, we closed 2 days early. Packing, packing, packing all the time. I want to do it once everyone. Okay, very nice. Good work. That's what we do to entertain ourselves in the marina. We're going on our 3rd week here. There's only so many things to do, right, Finn?
Yep. One of those things our parents won't let us do for that long.
What?
iPad.
Yeah, okay, no iPad.
There's nothing to do.
Oh.
Speaking
He has the worst parents ever. They only let him play on his iPad like 1 or 2 hours a day.
Speaking of, my time limit just went up.
Good.
So.
This is what I have to deal with every day. So what?
Can I please have some more?
No.
What do you mean no? Maddie's hasn't gone up.
Well, I don't know. All right, the Malone family is saying goodbye to big loss number 1. We have had lots of awesome adventures, some challenges and difficulties along the way, but we are excited to turn her over to her new owners today, and we wish them all the best and hope that they love her as much as we do and enjoy their adventures on her as well. So one last boat tour. There's probably some of you who never got to see the 62-foot Leopard, built in 2002. Here we are in the salon, or saloon, bar. Nav desk. So we're going down into the porthole forward cabin. This is where Connor and I slept. It's got a nice queen size bed. Bathroom. TV. And this is the midship cabin. This is the smallest cabin on this vessel. It's still a really good size. This is a full-size bed. Also has a TV. And this one has a wet head. Pretty sure in our next catamaran we will not have 6 televisions or 5 heads or 5 cabins. Oops, I forgot to turn the lights on in here. But this is the port aft cabin. This was Finn's room. Nice and spacious. And he had his own head with the shower. It was not a wet head. This was Connor's area, all these switches, panels, gauges. I only really knew how to empty the black tanks. This is the starboard aft cabin. This was Maddie's cabin. Queen size bed as well. Also has a TV. And she had her own head. So the kids might have to get used to sharing a head in their next boat. Here's the galley. It was an awesome galley. Lots of refrigeration, full-size propane cooktop, a dishwasher, full-size oven like you'd have in a house, as well as a microwave hood vent. So huge. And then this is the forward starboard cabin. Also a queen-size bed, television. And then this one had the smallest bathroom. It was a wet head, but you could walk through here into the V-berth, which we use as storage, but you could also put a little mattress here and somebody could sleep here. But we use this as storage. Had a washer, dryer, or not a dryer, a washer. So that's the interior tour. She was a great boat. We had tons of space to lounge around. but it was also a lot to take care of and a lot to clean. There's my lovely children. It had a lounge, and you're all familiar with the helm. The bow, lots of hatches, lazarettes, tons of storage. One of the things I loved about this bow was that the deck was completely flat. So other than stepping over hatches, it was pretty easy to get around. The fly bridge, awesome place for relaxing. And our huge solar array. So we're gonna say goodbye to exquisite Marina. This Catamaran Center has been amazing to us. The restaurant was fabulous. All the people who worked here took care of us and they helped us all our needs. So if you're ever in the area and need a great place to hang out for a while with your boat, I wouldn't go anywhere else. So here is all the stuff that we're taking with us, all that we're gonna have until we sail back here and pick up all of our stuff. We have a few catamarans in mind, and we hope you'll stick with us as we change course, find a new boat, and get back on the water. If all goes as planned, we'll be sailing again by May or June, just in time to head south for hurricane season. So stay tuned. The adventure isn't over. It's just getting started. We just want to take a moment to say thank you for watching, for being part of our journey, and for all your support. It truly means the world to us. If you'd enjoyed this video and want to follow along as we navigate this next chapter, finding a new boat and setting sail again, make sure to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. It helps more than you know and lets us keep sharing this crazy adventure with you. We can't wait to take you along for what's next. See you in the next one.